Stephen Doyle, you're racing in the Porsche GT class. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, the Porsche class. We started racing in the Porsche class for the 2007 season. We've had our ups and downs, but overall it's been a fairly good season. So we've had, well, we'll say reasonable success so far.
And there's a bit of a battle going on here today between yourself and Jim.
Yeah, there's points contention for the class today, so it'll be certainly interesting. To be honest with you, coming from Wales with an event in Anglesey 2 weeks ago, and I had a non-finish, so I thought I'd lost it all. And well, unfortunately for Jim, he had a non-finish yesterday, so that's made things very, very interesting now for today. So yeah, the pressure's on for both of us, really.
And where are you on the grid?
Second on the grid, Jim has pole. Jim has been the fastest, my fastest lap times, of course, this weekend. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It's really a case whether I can get the grip down off the line and hopefully, you know, close it into turn one. But it's really any man's race, though, to be honest with you, you know.
Reigning champion. He gets a little bit of wheel spin and leaves down some black stripes, but it looks like from the outside of the front row, Stephen Doyle has done what he said he might do. Great traction and got away. But look at this down the outside, wheeling. Big brave move around the outside. Usually these cars can't mix it with the GT3s, and he's managed to look at this because here comes the leaders, and I don't think Doyle is going to be in a compromising mood when he catches Linda, because certainly even closer again is Jim O'Reilly in second place. And this could be a run to the line, and you can see Doyle leaning forward there. Car number 33 already well out of the way, but that could have been a big worry there for Stephen Doyle. Blue flag's being waved. Jim O'Reilly's in second place, but Doyle's going to take the win. But what a comeback drive in second place for Jim O'Reilly.
Stephen Doyle, fantastic win. You got off to a great start though, which really helped.
Yeah, we had a great start, Adele. We really got it off the line yet again. I think that's what really made, well, it was make or break for the race, whether we got it off the line or not. If Jim hadn't got away in front of me, I think things would have been very, very different. As the race progressed, I felt Jim was pulling on me quite a bit, but I kind of knew at that stage I had a comfortable gap, and it's all about keeping it steady, which isn't always easy, but what can you do?
It's a great finish to your season.
Yeah, a great season, you know, I mean, a great season all in all, despite the ups and downs, as I said. But yeah, end of season, a lot has rested on this weekend here. I mean, a lot of points, things really switched around, you know, between yesterday, Jim not finishing, and I mean, today it worked out well. But
three cars. This is Hallisey looking at him. That's the car we were on board with. Then it's Doyle next up, 33, very much a danger man. Came from Historics in Lotus Elan, bought one of these Porsches this year and has been going very well. And now side by side, Doyle having a job getting by Hallisey. Hallisey's got better and better in this car as the year's gone on, as the season has gone on, I should say, and putting up a great fight there. Really, Doyle finding the track full of Porsche in front of him and nowhere he can go. You can expect Doyle to be a little bit quicker when he gets by, but still manages to pick it all up and get back up the hill. And O'Reilly wasn't close enough to capitalise that time. Hallisey is still fighting off Doyle. Doyle going to have a look down the inside of the Essence. Hallisey has the door firmly closed now. These two cars very, very equal, 911 GT3s, and very frustrated. Here he is again, inside, outside. You can see him trying everywhere, and head tucked down as we see from Stephen Doyle. Having a 54, and this time Doyle gets a good run out of turn 3. He's on the outside for Holiday and Ireland corner, but he's already ahead. Did that to perfection. Got a great run up out of turn 3. Good traction coming over the hill. Nothing Hallisey could do about it, and now we can expect Doyle to really start pushing hard. I don't think there's too much you can do with the leaders. They are going well down the road, but already pulling at it beyond the 100-metre board there before he breaks. And just look at Doyle pushing really hard. Back in the car, moving around, a little bit of opposite.
He comes up to a Dunlop corner. Just coming through there in the background, letting the back end slide out. Paul certainly having a lot of fun. Stephen Doyle still in the lead. That number 33 car, Cassidy. Back up at the head of the field though, you can see now how Jim O'Reilly has reeled in Stephen Doyle. So Stephen Doyle now beginning to feel the pressure. He'll begin to watch the mirrors at this stage. O'Reilly close right up behind him. There's only the length of a Porsche between these two, but we did see in the opening race how well Stephen Doyle can defend.
Stephen Doyle, are you all set for race 2 today? You're currently racing with the Porsches.
yeah, we've taken on, started up with the Porsches this season, first season with the Porsches, so it's been a big change from the Historics. We've been running steadily enough, bit of a change out there on the field today. We've a fairly quick car now which seems to have the edge on us. We're second on the grid.
Yeah, and what do you do when you're not out racing?
Working in the golf business is what we do, so it's all sport.
It's all sport.
Or it's supposed to be anyway.
So how would you compare a leisurely game of golf to coming down here today racing in Mondello?
Well now, it's a good question. Two very different sports. And
from some of the back markers there parked up on the right. Back at the head of the field, the battle still rages though between Stephen Doyle and Jim O'Reilly. Wonderful shot of these two Porsches. They're really suited to the circuit here at Mondello Park, and certainly conditions ideal for Porsche racing.
Stephen, 1 down. Can you make it 2 out of 2?
I'm certainly going to give it a good shot. Just got to keep a steady race, to be honest with you. So fingers crossed we can do that, but I'll be comfortable enough once I get off the line. Well, I think I'll be happy enough and hopefully run a steady race from there and just hold on to it.
And they're coming through on the outside in that lurid pink machine. He leads into the first corner. Stephen Doyle through on the inside. Jim O'Reilly now getting hoofed out there on the outside. Robert Tidgington, number 54, coming through in the background. But it is Bob Cameron from Stephen Doyle. Then tying themselves and the rest of the field, but of course in Porsche racing you've got 3 classes competing in the one race, so there's something in it for everyone. These are the super quick GT3 cars up in front. Bob Cameron there with his car well sorted ahead of Stephen Doyle. Nothing between these two. Doyle closes up on him, under braking down at turn 3 through the right hander. Then Stephen Doyle moves from historic racing to Porsche racing, and indeed that has been the, well, Jim O'Reilly there you saw in the background, all on his own.